What's happening, sports fans, or should I say side out for our next interview, because we got another amazing student athlete joining us. Connor Campbell is going to be going on to play volleyball at UC Irvine. He's got actually one of the more creative bios on Instagram. I apologize. I don't know why that word was so hard to come up with. You've got the ant and then the little knife and the fork. I really liked that. That was kind of creative. So thank you so much for being on with us. Congratulations. Why UC Irvine?
Well, I had a lot of opportunities from great schools. I don't know how specific I can go into it, but as soon as I got to Irvine, my new head coach, Niffin, he just brought me into his house. That's how we started. So it really felt like I was at home right away with my visits, and it just felt like a great environment.
So was the visit sort of an aha moment? Was this something that it was kind of building up? Was there one real distinguishing moment where you're like, hey, this is where I'm going. I have clarity. This is my choice.
Well, for me, I started with the unofficial visit, which I just met the coach. I saw a couple of the players, but my official visit's where it really clicked for me. I got to meet the whole team. I got to meet one of the tallest guys in the whole division, Scott Static. He's 7 feet tall. But a lot of the players, they were just very welcoming to me. They were just like treating me like I was already part of the team, like I was a brother. And that experience relating to other schools was just completely different. It felt like a brotherhood more than any other place, and I really loved it.
So I see that you've got the shirt there. Are you all decked out in UC Irvine gear? Do you have it already, or what do you still need to add to the collection before you get there?
So I still need to get a banner of UC Irvine, but I got the sweater, I got the shirt. My mom actually got me some coffee mugs of UC Irvine for Christmas.
Is there a mascot ever on any of it? Do you guys ever have any of this stuff where is there a ferocious looking anteater somewhere that's on a t-shirt or something like that, or is it really only just ever the text?
It's usually the text, but there are definitely some shirts that have the anteater on it, and one of them I do have. It's in my room right now.
If you ever end up coming across one where it's like you guys have some sort of shirt where it's an anteater playing volleyball or looking something crazy like that, please send that our way so we can see that. I would love to know what that looks like. I think that volleyball kind of falls under one of the sports that misunderstood or lack of understanding as to just how crazy cool it is in Southern California.
Oh yeah.
The competition is insane. It's fierce. It's physical. You mentioned meeting one of the biggest guys in the program. At the college level, it's all 6 foot trillion plus like mammoth human beings. But even at the high school level, it's still pretty big and it's still pretty aggressive. And you get a ton of surprising athleticism involved in that sport. So maybe walk us through some of the misconceptions or the misunderstandings about just how intense and savage the San Diego high school scene is.
Well, for me, I actually used to think that way about volleyball. I was like, I don't really want to play. It doesn't look that exciting kind of thing.
Really?
But
and now it's your college sport?
Yeah. Okay. At first, I was like, I don't know. I was actually kind of pressured into playing it by my Spanish teacher, who's my varsity coach for O'Farrell. But as soon as I stepped foot on that court and played just a practice match, I was like, okay, I like this. This is what I want to do.
So we say muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
So wait,
she's a great coach. She got me motivated for it and everything.
So you said you stepped on the court and you realized this is something you wanted to do. Was it because because of the blocking, because of the kill? Like, was there what clicked first? You're like, yo, this is dope, and I can do this.
I noticed that the big difference between different sports and this sport is the team. It's if one person is off of the team, it's not going to work. And it's really that team aspect that I really love. As a team working together. And sure, the blocks, the hits are awesome. I love denying somebody a great hit. It's awesome to see the reaction. Yeah, I love waving my finger. But it's really the team aspect that I really enjoy.
Okay, fair enough. I think that the Olympic volleyball on the men's side always stands out to me. You're right, as that just you see them kind of working as this cohesive unit. You're like, that's unbelievable to see it played at that level. But I know a lot of that starts with the college level prospects. So what does the West Coast college volleyball scene look like? Is it still all guys from the West Coast out here at Irvine and the schools that you're going to be playing against? Or are there other national hotbeds that start to get involved in this?
I know Ohio State is starting to ramp up their program. I know there are some on the East Coast, but it is mainly West Coast. You got the UC Irvine, you got the USC, you have Hawaii, BYU as well is really good, and it's
So you feel like
Western America.
you feel like you got a pretty good baptism by fire in the high school experience of this. What's maybe a favorite a home gym aside, because the home gym's always good. They got the home crowd. You guys actually have one of the crazy nicest gyms in San Diego County. It's unbelievable. I love it. But what's maybe your favorite road experience, just in terms of the crowd was pumped, they knew what they were doing, that you really enjoyed going on the road and playing against them in high school?
For high school, I'd definitely say Otay Ranch. I love that gym. I love playing them. I knew like half of the team over there. But also for club,
low key,
Florida.
Yeah, but low key, Otay Ranch is a little bit of a powerhouse, and people don't understand that the Otay Ranch East Lake rivalry is pretty insane and pretty intense, and it's just this hidden little pocket of a volleyball oasis.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think my favorite of all of them is the bounce, 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 bounce. Sir,
Yeah.
Anytime I get a crowd that's like that level involved, I'm like, yes, for us or against us, I will totally root for you guys being involved in this sport, because it's definitely one of the more verbal sports, and I'm sure that there's stuff that we don't even know going on outside. So how do you even figure out who's talking to you? Do you guys have specific, like, can you recognize everyone's voice on the team blindfolded? Do you know when somebody's saying, hey, get out of my way? Like, walk us through just what it's like being out there on the court.
So for me, I'm in the middle. Mainly what I do is I control the block. And so what we do is we talk, okay, shift right, shift left. We have to go together back row. And it's a lot of small talk, like saying, okay, do this. And we just know what we're saying to each other. We set up the block for the back row to get that pass if we don't block it as well.
I mean, you got to make that decision pretty quick, though. So how does that, is that just a gut reaction at this point that you're like, all right, block right, get left, all these different things? Or are you looking for certain things as the game's going on? How does it come to you out there?
For me, right away from when we start warming up, I like looking at the other team's hitters. It makes me recognize, okay, this guy has a great jump. This guy has a great hit. And from there, I'm able to talk with my front row and say, okay, we have to watch this primary. He's going to be the primary hitter. And it's also watching the setter's eyes and his body shape. It's hard to read, but after a while, I started to get a hang of it and saying, okay, he's going there for sure. And I'm able to read that.
That's super cool. I've never heard somebody really break it down to that level of specificity. Yeah. That's awesome. How are you getting any volleyball in your life right now? Are you just walking around setting a ball constantly? Are you having mom or dad throw things at you? You're just blocking it, denying it? What are you doing? Because it's kind of a hard sport to do on your own, trapped indoors.
Yeah, for sure. I've gotten a lot of workouts in, especially with my jump. I'm still trying to improve that. But my sister actually has been my passing partner. We have a little net in our backyard, and we've been passing back and forth.
Yeah, because I feel like you mentioned the workouts. I feel like everyone's going to come out of this body's really well rested, and either you've gained 15 pounds of, oops, I was eating too much, not exercising, or you've gained 15 pounds of yoked muscle because you had nothing to do but exercise. So it's going to be a really weird bounce back season. Like I feel like you're going to see people next year coming back with, you're like, whoa, you have so much more vertical than last year. Where'd that all come from? And you're like, I was bored. We were all in this together, working out alone, separate at home. Outside of sports, what have you been doing with your downtime? Picked up any new habits, hobbies? What have you been doing to kill all the time?
Mainly, it's actually been working for Postmates. I've been delivering to make money for my college.
Very cool. Very cool. Congratulations. Thank you for being on the front line, helping people out there, delivering all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
That's the grind right there. I can respect that. I can really respect that. So you obviously now have seen a ton of food places. What are some restaurants that you might recommend that you're like, oh, I might not have ever eaten there, but it looks and smells delicious?
I say for sure the most common place I get is Jersey Mike's Subs. They just, like every other order, someone's getting a huge sandwich from there. And I've gone there like only twice in my life, but I've started the past 2 times have been like in the past 2 weeks.
All right, so then let's do this instead. Rank the top 3 things that San Diego eats the most of. So you got Jersey Mike's up there. What are 2 other things?
I definitely say pizza. That's way up there.
But so get a little bit more specific. What kind of pizza? Who's the pizza leader right now in terms of what you're delivering?
It's actually a lot of local places. I've seen a lot of local support instead of like Pizza Hut or Little Caesars. It's been like Big Brothers Pizza, a small
All
local
right, there you
restaurant.
go, San Diego. There you go.
Yeah,
We'll clap it up for
it's
you
nice to see
guys.
that.
And then round it out, third most consumed food by San Diego, according to UC Irvine volleyball commit Connor Campbell.
I'd say easily third would probably be any Mexican restaurant. You see that a lot. There's just local ones. There's all that.
That segues nicely into the question that I ask everybody that comes on this show. Where's the best spot for Mexican food in San Diego?
I'd say the further south you go, the better it gets.
That's not an answer. That's not an answer. You got to put your name to something here. I'm asking for a bold claim. I don't care what damage this costs your reputation. Give me your favorite Mexican joint.
It's actually right up the street from me. It's called El Rodeo Taco Shop, and it's local, it's family owned, and they seem to put a lot of care into what they do, and they're still running now.
The best Mexican food in San Diego, El Rodeo Taco Shop.
Yes.
I think that it's something that everybody has a different answer to, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What have the last 40 days been like, man? No one else has ever gone through this as high school seniors. You're obviously now working more, school, everything has changed for everybody.
Yeah.
For you, though, what has it been like?
Well, for me, I had a huge disappointment with the season being canceled, and like obviously senior year kind of stinks that happens, but it also provides an opportunity, like you said, to stay at home, rest up a little bit, but also putting in the work for next year. And I've been able to keep my mind focused on my schoolwork, getting that done, and also keeping my body in shape. So it's nice.
Well, we really appreciate you sharing your answers. I know nobody has the same experience for this, so someday this is all going to make an interesting tapestry to look back on about how everyone kind of had these different experiences for it. Thankfully, though, despite this season being over, there is another one. There will be 4 more years of us being able to see you represent San Diego really, really well at the next level. Thank you so much for being on with us, Connor. Folks, wherever you are, standing ovation, round of applause, a salute, whatever you want to do to this guy, because like I said, he's going to be repping SD, and we can all get behind that no matter what sport or where you're going to play it. Thank you so much for being on with us. Stay safe. Have a great day, and bring us some pizza.
I will. Thank you.
Talk to you guys later.